What's the most shocking thing you found out about the new student in school? I was 12 when Brian joined my class. He was tall, played sports. He should have been liked and popular, but instead the whole class went ghost white as soon as he walked in. The teacher even went pale. I was clearly the only one who was out of the loop. I sat down next to him during lunch either way, and everyone, including Brian himself, gave me a weird look. "You actually want to be my friend?" he asked, all surprised. We spent our whole day having a blast. I didn't have any friends at the time, so I went home excited to tell my mom about the new one I had made, but when I told her his name, her face went white. "Stay away from that kid. Him and his dad are monsters. They beat and hospitalized their mom." I was shocked. The next morning, Mom drove me to school instead of letting me walk. She marched right up to my teacher and whispered something that made Mrs. Squelch nod grimly. When I tried to sit near Brian in class, Mrs. Squelch moved my seat. I took one look at Brian from across the classroom, and I saw him nearly tearing up. During recess, he stood alone by the fence while everyone else played. And after school, I saw why. Brian's dad pulled up and the entire pickup area cleared out. Parents grabbed their kids and speed walked to their cars. One mom actually said, "Don't look at him, sweetie," to her daughter. Brian's dad just sat there with his head down while Brian climbed in. Everyone treated him like they were awful, but it didn't add up. Brian's dad would pack Brian extra granola bars for kids who forgot lunch money, and Brian voluntarily stayed after school to help with tutoring special needs kids. There was just no way this was the family who beat their own mother. Then came the day I realized who Brian and his father really were. I was walking home counting the $50 my grandma gave me for my birthday when 3 8th graders surrounded me. "Look at the rich boy," the biggest one said, and shoved me to the ground. They grabbed my money and one of them kicked me in the ribs. I curled up waiting for more when suddenly they all scrambled away. Brian's dad stood there, not touching anyone, just standing. "You okay, kid?" he asked before helping me up. He walked me home without saying much else. When I told Mom what happened, she completely lost it. "He approached you? What if he'd taken you somewhere?" She called the school immediately. "A known abuser confronted my son," she kept saying. By the next day, the whole school knew. The principal sent out an email banning Brian's dad from school property. Parents shared it on Facebook, calling him a predator who lurked around children. At school, Brian looked destroyed. He sat with his head on his desk most of the day. When I tried to slip him a note saying thanks for his dad helping me, he pushed it back. "Please don't," he whispered. "You're making things worse for him." 2 weeks later, I saw Brian crying in the library. He was trying to hide it, but his shoulders were shaking. I sat down anyway. "They spray-painted Predator on his car," Brian said. "He lost his job because of it. We might lose our apartment." He wiped his eyes hard. "Everyone hates him, but they don't know anything." "What do you mean?" I asked. Brian looked around to make sure we were alone. He then dropped a bomb. Turns out, him and his dad never hit their mom. In fact, it was the other way around. Their mom hit them. She'd throw bottles, smash pans, plates, use lighters. Brian still has a burn mark on his back from that. "Then why was your dad blamed?" I asked him. That's when he just broke down crying. He revealed that this mom, on top of hitting them, always threatened his dad, saying if he ever left and took Brian, then she'd tell everyone dad was the abuser. My face went pale, and that's what she did, Brian said, crying. "When dad took me and we finally left, she took him to court and lied about everything." "Then why does everyone say you are guilty?" "Because you're all fing idiots who can't do a Google search." He then pulled out his phone and showed me something that changed everything I ever believed about them. Full story on channel, linked below.